when you see me up on stage, right here, right now, what do you think? Am I just your diligent student? Or in fact, you thought I'm an artificially stimulated Asian overachiever that does not know their limits? Sadly, you have probably formulated this thought under the basis that I'm a chindo with all A's in mathematics, full scores in every subject, and could play violin, guitar, piano, etc. Well, if you think that being this perfect boy is what makes me stand here on this circle speaking, you're wrong. I'm not perfect. So, do you? If you're sitting here watching me right now, you're not perfect. If you're human, you're never perfect. But do not be mistaken. You can be successful, but never perfect. Well, even an Asian overachiever like me, I'm not perfect. I'm full of defects, guys. I know some of you might be itching and asking, why am I not perfect and why can't I be perfect? Well, without further ado, let me introduce you. The tale of two Asians. Well, there is this guy. His name is Ming Li. Like us all, Ming Li was once a student. And he starts his day at 4 a.m. in the morning. He does math homeworks and he eats rice with chopsticks. He starts his day with a source of caffeine, not coffee but pu'er tea. He dumps away that milk because he is lactose intolerant, like me and some others. Well, one day he came back from school with an absolutely horrid result. He got a 99 out of 100 in his math exam. An utterly unacceptable score. And you think that he just ran away scot-free with no repercussions after this? Well, he invited a big, bad figure. Her name is Mommy. Mommy gave him two options. Option 1, would you like to be beaten up for 30 minutes? Or option 2, would you like torture for half an hour? Wait, I will let you think for now. If you would have realized that is not an option, both last for 30 minutes. And in fact, Ming Li is beaten up so much that his eyes turned blue. Okay, as you might imagine, that is a very traumatic experience. No one would even imagine that. Imagining that is already so painful. So, he starts studying this unhealthy source of Asian motivation. Let's just say it drove him insane. He studies not from 4 a.m., but 4 times 10, 40 hours a day, every single day. How? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 laptops, 4 books, all at once. Well, if you think that this unhealthy source of Asian motivation costs nothing, he studied until he starts to bald like his Asian dad. He studied so much that his eyes and a panda's eyes are the exact same thing. Even his mom questions, why is there a panda in my house? Oh my god! So much so that Ming Li came back home one day with a 1,000 over 100 in his math exam. For context, that's an A plus, 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 plus. And guess what? His mother is actually disappointed. This is an average score. I want you to get at least 1 billion. This is not enough, but I will buy you math textbook. You need to try harder next time. 加油! Okay? Next, you think that the big bad mother is all there is to it to Ming Li? No. In every story, there's always a background. So, if big bad is mommy, then big good is grandmommy. Grandmommy is here, not as someone to beat him up with this, but instead to be someone that to provide closure, to provide love. Probably, grandma is the only one in Ming Li's family tree to know other words aside from failure in her vocabulary. Well, so much so to grandma hiding a very secretive, secret. So much so that Grandma actually had something sinister. Grandma was once also the big bad, if you could see the laser. Grandma is actually the progenitor of the big bad. Without Grandma, Ming Li won't actually suffer. Because Grandma was once Ming Li's parents, someone who wants to achieve perfectness. But Grandma is so retired. She's at home, and that duty didn't just vanish. It went down to Ming Li's parents. And who suffers now? Ming Li. Generational trauma exists, guys. Life is not that simple as an Asian. Okay, let's continue. Ming Li eventually grows up. Ming Li grows up not because by lottery, but because he's a Homo sapien like us all. He's a human. He grows up because time progresses. You walk one step and you are there. And now Ming Li is an adult. Do you think by being an adult, Ming Li just all his pressure, all his Asian fortitude is gone? No, in fact, it tenfolds. I mean, there's no mommy, no grandmommy pressure, but there is the Asian aunties. Here it goes. Oh, Ming Li, why you have no wife yet? Your cousin Ping Ping already have 20 mansion, 2,000 wives, so failure. Like, you're already 18 now. Hiya. Okay, for context, imagine being bald before you're 18. That is Ming Li. But some other people, after such discouragement, they would step out of the building. They would jump off. But for Ming Li, he steps into university. He graduated in less than a week with a doctorate. In less than a week with a doctorate. For context, some people take 12 years just to get a doctorate. And him, 1 week. He directly got a high-paying job as a neurosurgeon and he made lots of money. And the Asian aunties that were like, oh, you saw failure. Ming Li, please marry my wife, please. We really like your attitude. Okay, so that's it. The end. Actually, no, okay. Go on by that. Okay, if this is the form of Ming Li's success, it's too simple, is it not? Then, let's cut off the Ming and bring in the Wang. Chapter 2 of the Tale of Two Asians, Wang Li. Wang Li starts his day not with studying mathematics, not with opening his textbook, but he starts his day with looks maxing to improve his jawline because he believes that he will be a Sigma Alpha Rizzler this way. And he continues by watching his favorite show, Skibbity Toilet. Well, if you have remembered, Ming Li got a 99 out of 100 in his math exam. Wang Li got a negative 99 out of 100 in his math exam. Imagine your scores being lower than 0. Yeah, it is this guy. So, like us all, Ming Li is a human. He wakes up from his sleep. One day, he woke up at 3 a.m. Like all of us, sometimes at 3 a.m., we just get the motivation to be, I want to be the number one. I want to be the alpha sigma of all males. For instance, in Ming Li's case, in Wang Li's case, he thought of something. What if my dad was actually wrong? What if I am actually the successful one and my dad was the failure? Wow, a very bold assumption, is it not, for someone that watches Skibbity Toilet? Well, as a typical Asian Gen Z that he is, he ChatGPT how to be successful. Well, I want you to imagine being so much of a failure that even an AI disapproves you, that an AI hates you, to a point where ChatGPT's answer is, Ming Li, realize you're such a failure. Wow, okay, thank you, Miss. Wang Li, you are such a failure, to a point where your scores are below 0. Imagine being in the grave and still going down. That's the thing. Well, without even the generator prompt finished, Wang Li bashed his laptop. Wang Li threw his laptop down to the ground, smashed to smithereens. And yeah, that's it. Rest in peace, Wang Li's laptop. But from that, Wang Li thought of a very simple idea. He planned to talk back to his daddy. Well, it goes on this way. Daddy, if you have seen so many of your friends became successful in different ways, then why would you still want me to be a neurosurgeon? I'm a failure and I know that and I'm proud of it. So, you need to understand that I would also be successful. Is that his answer? Okay. You wanna go do gerobak? You wanna go to the homeless? Feel free. Bye. Okay, Wang Li got evicted for talking like this. Okay, if you think some people when they're evicted, what becomes to them? They're homeless. So some people would just think, oh my god, it's all the end. I have nothing left to do. And with the spare money, what do people usually do? They try investing. They try doing something useful. But for Wang Li, he bought art materials, guys. Then from his very demure idea, his very mindful thought, he thought back of his favorite show. Okay. And undoubtedly ambiguous ideas with countless possibilities. Well, you might have guessed, oh, so Wang Li starts to paint and his painting got sold for a very outstandingly high price. Well, it's not as simple as that, broskies. In fact, those Asian aunties, they stomped the painting down to the ground, to the point where it's not even a painting. You know ashes? It's worse than ashes. But then again, this is 2024. Wang Li is a Gen Z. So what did he do? He used the concept of conceptual art. And it got sold for $10 billion trillion. Okay, now Wang Li is successful and those Asian aunties talking back to him, now they pay the price. Okay, then like all of us, he goes home. Yeah, he's not accepted in, but the thing is, it just proves that Li is wrong. His son actually became successful the way he is. And that's it, the end. But if I'm going to ask you right here, right now, do you actually understand what I just said? Okay, so, I was hoping that you don't understand. So, if you have 2 teacups and a pot of tea, if you pour tea into cups, what are they? Exactly. So, tea is still tea, but the form where the tea takes is different. So is Ming Li and Wang Li. Ming Li is a millennial. Wang Li is obviously a Gen Z. So, pressure, Asian pressure is going to stay, but the form where it takes will always change. Thus, if you ever question yourself, Wang Li or Ming Li, who's the right one? Who is the right one in this very outstandingly bad case? Well, I would say Wang Li is actually wrong because he's not filial to his dad, but in terms of success, none of them were right and none of them were wrong. Success finds its way to you. Like I said in the beginning, why are we humans never perfect? We are never perfect. Because the definition of success, the definition of something allocated to perfectness, isn't even perfect. So, if every one of you here thinks, oh, I want to be a YouTuber, I want to start blogging, I want to be a musician, as a nation, I do not recommend that. But why not try? Because in the end, you never know unless you try. So, if you ask, what is the Asian aunties up here? Prove them wrong, okay? Prove them wrong and start getting some money. And essentially, the person who defines success is nobody other than you. So, now I'm here, I'm Marcelino, I hate skibidi toilet, I'm not your perfect Asian boy, and I am me. Thank you everyone, and thank you Beyonce.